Hi guys, Steve Ottewell here, and I wanted to shoot this video training for you all, just to share with you a bit more of the in the group of the concepts of what we're working through. As you may have seen in the group in the units, I've set up 5 videos, which is a 5-step process. That's how to enroll, order your package, get active, get 2 people, and help them 2 people get 2 people and show up at the next event. So that is that you build a process. You have to have a system within network marketing. If you don't have a system, then your business will not duplicate. We as people, as characters, are not duplicatable. We're all different. So that's why we put systems in place. A good example of this is the McDonald's restaurant. If you go into a McDonald's restaurant in any country, in any different country, they're always set up the same. The counter's always the same, where the machines are, the coffee, the shakes, the fries, all of that is set up the same. And that's because they have a system that works, that they can engage and plug people into. And the same with network marketing. So a good team will put a system in place, which we have done. The first 3 steps are pretty straightforward, as you will see in the videos. And if you've not gone through the videos, then please do. And then that way we can see where you are within the process. So the first one, as I said, is how to enroll, order your product package number 2, and get active number 3. Them 3 are pretty straightforward, but they're fundamental things you need to know. With getting 2 people and helping them 2 people get 2 people, we need to go into a bit more depth as to how you do that. So I'm going to move on to the next slide, where we start building the foundation of that. So in network marketing, and especially GoPro, many of you may know Eric Worre. He's been fundamental in raising the profession of the network marketing industry. And in the GoPro book, it talks about 7 skill sets to learn as a network marketer, to become a professional at network marketing. The first one is finding people. The second one is inviting them to understand what it is you do. The third one is presenting your product or service or opportunity to your prospect, to your new person. The fourth one is following up with your prospect. The fifth is helping that prospect to become either a customer or a distributor. So you're collecting a decision off them. And the step 6 is, or skill 6, is helping the new distributor getting started correctly. And again, the way we do that is by plugging them into the system you've just seen. So 1, 2, 3, we plug them into that. They need to know, as soon as they've started their business, they need to know what they do. So anybody you're bringing into your business now, you need to plug them into the group and get them following the first 5 units, understanding all of that, and then you plug them next into this video. So we're helping the new distributors get started correctly, and then you grow your team by promoting events. The reason we talk about promoting events is whether it's a Zoom call we're doing that you should be promoting, whether it's a country event, whether it's a team event, whatever the event is. It might be a convention, whatever it is, you need to be promoting these events. And that is to engage your people into these events. Even new people, people who've just joined as distributors, need to be showing up at the events and or getting onto the Zoom calls. And people who you think may be interested, you want to plug them into the events as well. And the reason for that is you get the bigger picture at the event. You get a room. You'll have a room, whether it's 100 or 1,000 people in a room. You'll sense positivity. You'll sense a vision, you'll sense excitement, you'll sense knowledge, you'll hear skill sets, and you'll hear from people who are telling stories similar to yours. So you can connect with different people through what they're sharing with you. So it's hard to emphasize how powerful events are until you attend them. We talk about in the network marketing profession that leaders are born at events, and this is very true. because of the power the events actually create for you. You go home with a totally different vision and understanding of just how big this profession is. And the third thing we want to move on to is we've talked about the process, we've talked about the skill sets, and the third thing we want to talk about now is social media. Over the last few years now, social media has gotten massive, and a lot of people are spending a lot of time on social media, branding themselves, marketing themselves, reaching out to prospects. So social media is something we can't ignore. As I pointed out, how we put in these trainings into a Facebook group, obviously, which is on social media. The reason for that is a lot of people are on social media, and it's a way of scaling your business up very quickly. So what we're doing there is getting the information in front of people and then plugging them into a system, into a group where there's a lot of like-minded people who are talking the same language. So with social media, there's 7 steps we want to look at with social media. The first step is establishing your target audience. The second step is setup. So we do something what we call Facebook facelift, which is if you want people coming to your profile on Facebook, when they come there, they want to see a professional profile. Otherwise, they will hit your profile and then go straight off it just as fast. They've got to see that that's somebody that they can engage with, understand, and see what their profile is about. We also do something in this setup called Clean Up, Clear Out, which is removing people you're not engaging with, because obviously if you're not engaging with them, it affects your algorithms and affects your visibility on Facebook. And this is, again, something we don't want to be doing, because less visibility is less people, less eyes on what you're sharing. And the next thing in the setup is creating 3 to 5 days content, should I say, matching your audience. So we're creating content when you post it on your Facebook profile. It's something that your audience will want to read and engage with. A drop of water, and then the final part of the setup is creating an active list. In network marketing, whether offline, online, we always create something called an active list. And an active list it may be like your warm market, people who you already know, close friends, family, things, people like that. But it also may be an email list, it may be your phone list and things like that. But we're adding to that list, so we call it an active list. We're adding to that on a daily basis. And as we walk further through the training, you will get an understanding of how to do that and what you need to be doing with the creative list. And we also talk about how we speak and invite people, because there's different ways to speak and invite somebody, close friends and family, as opposed to somebody who's in a cold market prospect, so somebody you don't actually know yet. There's different ways of approaching those two people. With your family and close friends, you want to be working more with a supporting role. So you would like them to support you in your business, in your new business venture. You would like to them to support you with maybe trying your products. You may want them to support you with a bit of role play, so you can practice some of your scripts and some of what you want to share with people. And what that does as well is it gets them a better understanding of what you're doing. If you're doing a bit of role play and you're sharing the video with people and you're doing that in your role play, and somebody from your family looks at that, it might actually then engage them and be interested to them, and they might look a bit deeper into it. So we're not pushing on the family and close friends that you're wanting them to join the business. If they're open to looking at the business and that and the products, and that's fantastic. But if they're but all you're really looking for is their support, because we don't want to be causing friction and issues with close friends and family. After we've established the audience, as I just mentioned, we're looking at existing friends. So warm market would be your family and friends, people that you could call, or you could speak to. You maybe speak to like 3 or 4 times a year or more, but that's sort of what we class as your warm market. What we're also going to be doing through the training is I'm going to show you how to find people. This can be done through group pages, through mutual friends on Facebook. It can also be I'll just turn that off, the phone off before it goes off again. It can be mutual friends on Facebook. We can also use search tools on Facebook, and we've also got something called Discover Friends on Facebook, which all allows you to reach out to people who are of similar interest to you. They may have similar passions to you, and they may have a similar hobbies to you. So we're reaching out with like-minded, or reaching out to like-minded people. And what we want to be doing, and again, I'll be teaching this in the next video, what we want to be doing is engaging with people. So commenting on their posts, placing emojis. So Facebook used to have a lot of the thumbs up, the like. Realistically now, that's sort of old hat. Nobody does that anymore. It's always either the love emoji or one of the other emojis, because Facebook have looked at a lot of people are doing just clicking on thumbs up on every post, and it basically means nothing. So now, if you're loving on the post, or if you're putting a sad emoji or a wow emoji, any of the other emojis, Facebook then takes that a bit more serious, as if people are more engaged, more interested, and again that raises the visibility. Replies, that's in a reply to somebody's message. So if I put a post up on Facebook, somebody comments on it, I will go back at a time that's convenient to me and comment on their post, and again, causing engagement. They may then comment again, and I will comment again. So we'll comment 2 or 3 or 4 times. Just that is creating engagement, and it shows Facebook that you're being sociable, because it's a social media platform, and it just shows that you're creating that engagement. Messages, so popping into the message and message section and talking to people in Messenger, again, creates good visibility. And also birthdays. So I part of my process, and I'll teach you that as we go into the next training, on birthdays, and how to speak to people through birthdays, and how to get a conversation started with that too. And a main part of what we do is attracting people to us. What you're looking to do is have people send you friend requests, and you being an attractive person to them wanting to engage with you, them wanting to add you and follow you, etc. And this takes time. However, it will happen if you follow the process that I'm sharing with you and teaching with you. This will happen. It takes time to build this up, but once it gets going, then it creates momentum, and it starts bringing a lot more people that you can then engage with and add to your active list. At some point, you want to create a group of your own. If you create a group based on something you are passionate about, then you're going to have a lot more. You're going to have a lot more passion in what you're doing in that group, because it is something you're passionate about. So you're going to have sort of a knowledge of that. You're going to be an expert in that field, sort of thing. So you're going to be given a lot of value. And the point of the group is to add value and build a community. So you're building a community of like-minded people in something that is of interest and that you are passionate about. And what this does is builds credibility and trust within the community. So there are really no secrets to success. Success itself is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. So what I want to do with the next training is I'm then going to, on the next training, is share with you. We're going to go live onto my Facebook. I'm going to actually show you how we do find people, how you can start conversations with people, how you can engage with people. We'll touch on some of the skill sets, so how you will look at inviting people, how you will then share a tool with them. A tool could be a video, it could be a brochure, it could be whatever. And then what we're looking at then is we'll also touch on the importance of follow-up. Follow-up is something massively important in network marketing, and something that if you learn this key skill set, the skill set of actually following up, if you learn the skill sets of inviting correctly, presenting correctly, and following up correctly, your results will be far, far higher. When I actually perfected these skill sets, my results went through the roof, and that was because I then started understanding numbers, and numbers in network marketing is very important. If you look at the follow-up, for instance, 80% of network marketers don't follow up more than twice. Whereas if you see that the average prospect will take at least 5 exposures before he will make a decision. Some people will make a decision on number 1. Some people will take 12 exposures to just make a decision, yes or no. But on average, it's 5 exposures. So if you've got 80% of network marketers only exposing people to 2 bits of information, they're leaving all them people out there who probably do want to buy a product and just wanted a bit more information. And I'm seeing that the result of that now. I've got a lot of people coming to me now because somebody's exposed people to a product or some information and never went more than exposing them to 2 pieces of information, and now they're wanting more, and they're looking around, they find me, they start talking to me, and then I can take them through steps, through exposures 4, 5, 6 until they make a decision. And this is where a lot of people are falling down, because they're in the 80%. But what I want yourself, you guys to do, like myself, like I do, be in that 20%. If you're in that 20% that follows up until you get a decision, you're going to get such a high hit rate, because there's 80% of people not doing it. So we're going to go into the second training. We'll go into that, and we'll go more in depth with all these strategies. So look forward to seeing you on the next video, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to the 5-step process, the skill sets, and then the social media skill sets. All of this combined together will give you the tools, will give you the knowledge and the skill sets, and an overview of it as to how to reach out to more people and become more successful within the network marketing profession. So join me on the next video, guys. Thanks for joining me on this one, and take care, and bye for now.